Hi viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Cornerstone. My name is Vikrant, and in this video I'm going to talk about one of the popular Python library that is called as the Openpyxl. I have created this video for the people who are new to Python and would really love to understand that how Python interacts with the Excel. Right? So first thing remains first, what is OpenPyXL? OpenPyXL is one of the Python library which we use to read and write Excel file. Also, it allows users to access cells, rows, and columns in an Excel worksheet to perform basic Excel operations. So I'm setting up the stage for the topics which we are going to cover in this video. I will be talking about how to read data from Excel file using OpenPyXL, how to write data in Excel file using OpenPyXL. We'll use the loop to read and print, to write and print, and we'll cover both the approaches, the static and the dynamic approach as well. And in the later stage of the video, we'll cover one very simple formula, sum function, and we'll end this video with one famous formula known as Vlookup. So without further ado, let me quickly jump onto the PyCharm where we will start writing up the code. Start with creating the Python file. I'm naming it as demo, and then import OpenPyXL. In case it's not installed in your system, how you can do that? You click on the settings icon here. In the Python interpreter, you will be able to see all the list of the packages or the library that has been installed in your system. Click on the plus icon, type your library name. So in my scenario, it's giving me the name of the library with the blue font, which means it's already installed. And the beauty is that on the right hand side in the description box, you will be able to see the description as well of that particular library, right? So I'm closing this one. The second way to perform the same, you can go to your programs and then see where your Python app is installed. Click on the open file location, type here cmd. This will open the command prompt. Use the pip command, pip install openpyxl, and hit the enter button. This will take like 30 to 40 seconds to install it into system, and we are done. So step one will be to save the path where the file resides. Okay, I'm creating one variable path. So my file is stored in the Python folder in the desktop location, and the name of the file is my data. Copying the path and storing it here. Step 2, open or load this workbook. I'm creating another variable wp using the OpenPyXL and then loading this workbook, which is stored in the path string. Step 3, save the sheet names. So in my data workbook, there are 3 sheet tabs: read, write, and employee. So that's the reason I'm going to create 3 variables, sh1, sh2, and sh3, where I will be storing the sheet names. Read, remember that Python is case sensitive, so this should match exact whatever the name you are mentioning here. WB and then employee. So we are done. Let's print sh1, sh2, sh3. So before running the code, I'm just giving you a spoiler that we will get 2 errors. One will be the Unicode escape error, and second one will be the permission denied. Let's run this and we'll resolve it after, okay? Or we'll talk about why we are going to get those errors. See, as expected, Unicode escape is the error. To resolve this error, we need to add the raw string in front of the path string here, a string literal, which will make Python understand that the backslashes which we are going to use in this path, these are the actual backslashes and not a part of the escape code. Okay, let's run. Now we will be getting the permission denied error. See why we are getting this error? Because the Excel file which we are going to use is already opened here, right? We need to ensure that this should be get closed. Okay, Now we will be able to see the results. See, worksheet read, worksheet write, and worksheet employee. So we are good till here. So let's cover the first portion, the static approach, how to read from Excel file. Okay, the static approach, it says that, okay, within the WB, there's a sheet one with the name read, and there are rows, there are cells, there are columns, right? So we have to make, we need to make Python understand that what we need to read. Okay, so how we can do that? I'm creating one variable, let's say with the first value, and another one with the second value. Okay, so in this sheet sh1 dot cell, then your row number is equal to 2 and your column number is equal to 1. Whatever the value is there, we would like to pass it to first value. Again, sh1 dot cell row is equal to 2, and then your column is equal to, let's say, 2. Whatever the value, please pass it to second value, and then print first value, print second value. Okay, so the results should match with the Amazon and Seattle US. Okay, close this Excel workbook and hit the run button. Perfect. See, the first value, it's giving us the company name, and the Seattle US, this is the headquarter location for Amazon. So till here we are good. Okay, now let's talk about the second approach, the dynamic approach. Same, how to read using loop. Simple. So in the dynamic approach, the first thing is to make Python understand that in the first sheet, the name of the sheet is read, how many rows are there, how many columns are there, what is the maximum number of rows, what are the maximum number of the columns. So how we can achieve, let's create two variable here, row count and then your columns count. Okay, sh1 dot max row, sh1 dot max column, right? So we should be able to get the maximum number of the rows and the maximum number of the column in the sheet one. Let's print it. Print row count, then your column count. Okay, hit the run button. See, we are getting 6 rows as the maximum rows and 2 columns. Is this true? Let's see. Yeah, so you can see that 6 is the count for the rows and 2 are the columns. So we are good. Great, great. Okay, for the people who have done the coding in the VBA, in the Excel VBA part, for them it's going to be very easy because we are not doing something new, right? In VBA we do the coding like this: sheets, and then in this sheet the name of the sheet tab is read, and then go to this range, and then whatever the value is there, please pass it to, let's say, test, right? We have used the same here, but with the some changes, in the sh1.cell row is equal to 2, column is equal to 1 in this way. Otherwise everything is same. So now we have the maximum row count, we have the maximum column count as well. We can move towards the loop part. So for C in range 1 2 column count plus 1, another loop for R in range 1 2 row count plus 1. So you might be wondering that why I have added plus 1 for the column count and the row count, right? The reason is that Python by default it starts the loop from 0 and increment it by 1 and stops before the specified number. So for an instance, the row count is 6. So the loop will start from 1 and it will end at 5 as per the definition. So we are increasing that 5 by 1 count so that it covers the last row as well. I hope it's clear. So again here sh1 dot cell, then your row is equal to your r and the column is equal to c dot value, whatever this value. Let's create another variable test1 and then you can print the sorry test1. Let's run the code and see if it's working or not. Yeah, perfect. So company name Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Oracle, Adobe, and so forth with the headquarter location, and the last one is the California, US. So we're good till here. But this is something, for example, let's say you would like to see these all results in one line of the code, how you can achieve, right? So create one variable, my list, and list. So what is list? List is a sequential data type which stores the collection of the data. Okay, which stores the ordered collection of the data. So we're going to use the my list here. How we can do that? So we are going to introduce here my list dot append, and then whatever the value it's in the test one, please append it and then make it in the sequential form. And you can go and type here print, or rather than printing it here, let's do it this way: print my list. See, now we are getting all the results in a list form: company name Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Oracle, and so forth, right? So this is one of the way that how to read the data using the loop, right? So that's a dynamic approach. Let's talk about another approach. There's another one. Let's cover that as well. In this way, we'll use the range, row, and cell concept. So for row in range, sh1, a1 to b6. For cell in row, print cell dot value. Time to run the code. We're getting error. Permission denied. Remember, we need to close the Excel workbook. Let's run it again. Yes. See, the headquarter location, Amazon, company name, everything is getting printed. So this is another one of the way to read the cell information. Okay. Now we will move towards the another section of this video, how to write in Excel. One very simple way, sh1, and suppose in sh1, maybe in f5, we would like to pass the value 6 times 6, and then wb dot save path. Perform the validation in the sh1. Yeah, f5 6 times 6. That's correct. Congratulations. All right, so now let's work one of the problem statement. So for example, I would like to print if row is odd, then print odd, else if row number is even, then print e1. Okay, and perform this activity till my 50th cell. Okay, for 50 cells. Okay, closing this one. So remember, we need to find that how many rows are being used in sheet 2. creating again one variable row counts is equal to sh2 dot max row, then print row dot counts, and see, you are getting 50, so maximum rows are 50. For row in sh2, first of all, we are using the static approach here. So for row in sh2, a1 to a50, for cell in row, if cell dot row, whatever is the row number, if it's divisible by 2 and the remainder is equal to 0, then in that scenario, we would like to print cell dot value is equal to a1. Else, we want cell dot value is equal to odd. And again, we are saving the information wb dot save path. Time to perform the quality check. So see, we are getting successfully the odd and even as per the row number till 50th cell. But this is static approach. Now I would like to cover the dynamic approach here. So again, let's say now this time my row number gets increased by 20 and 70th is the last cell. A70 is the range reference, okay? Because Excel it works as per the A1 style referencing. So closing this one. Now what I'm going to do, instead of this A1 to A50, which is the dynamic one, I would like to make it a dynamic one. Instead of a static, we would like to pass a dynamic variable here so that whatever the rows, if it's going to be increase or decrease, it accommodate accordingly. How we can do that? A very simple one. Uh, let's create one variable such as dummy, and dummy is equal to uh, A1. From A1, my range will get start and concatenate it with str or A1 plus this one, then plus uh, again A, and then plus passing the row counts here. So whatever the row counts, it should be passed to the A. Now we can directly pass this dummy here. So for row in sh2 and dummy, and then for cell in row, everything is going to remain same. Let me print the dummy as well so that you understand why I've created this one, and click on the run button. Okay, so why I've created the dummy variable here with a1 then concatenate and then concatenate and then a then str row counts, because you know that Excel it works in the a1 style referencing, right? So my range is from a1 up to the last cell in that particular range. So we know that our uh, Excel, it holds the information in SS2 with the name as write sheet name, and from A1 to A70 we need to use the range, right? So 70th is my last used row. Okay, so it may get reduced, it may get increased. We do not know, right? So we would like this to be dynamic one, basis the needs of the user. So as Excel it use the A1 style referencing, so we need to pass this kind of the range A1 then A70, right? A1 to A70. So we have used the concatenate to store this text, and then we have passed this text to the SS2 in the same way as we have done before. Okay, so there's no change except we have created in the more dynamic way. Let's see whether the answer is coming over there or not. So now this time the odd even should get print till 70th. Yeah, see. Congratulations. This worked. All right. So As I promised, we will be covering two functions here. One is the sum, and then we will end this video with VLOOKUP. I know video is going lengthy, but trust me, this is something which is very, very, very important from the beginner's perspective, right? In order to perform any kind of the automation, you need to know the basic fundamentals, right? So please pay close attention to these two functions we are going to cover. Okay, sum function will sum the two or more values. Okay, uh, so here, if you would like to perform the sum function in Excel, we can do simple sum and then your range of numbers, right? In Excel, in Python also we can use the same here. Sum of this. So SS3, then in F3 we would like to do the sum. So I'm just copying and pasting the same formula we have used in the Excel worksheet, and then WP dot save path. Remember, we need to close the workbook, closing it down, and then clicking on the run button. Perform validation. See, the number is printed here with the sum formula C2 to C61. So that's all about the sum. Uh, let's work on the VLOOKUP, the one of my favorite formula in Excel, VLOOKUP. So this is the table with total 61 rows and 3 columns, which holds the information of the employee ID and their department and their salary per month, right? So we would like to perform the VLOOKUP in order to find the department name of these particular 7 employee IDs. So if I need to perform this operation in Excel, I can directly use VLOOKUP and your lookup value, then your table array, making it a fixed one so that range remains constant, and then from the second column, and we would like the exact match. This is how we perform the VLOOKUP in Excel. So I'm not doing anything new. I'm just copying and pasting this information, this particular in Python to be further used. Okay. So here my range, I want my results to be get print in G11 to G17. So again, we can use the same like for row in range or for row in range SS3, then your column name is G. From G11 to G17 you need the result, right? So G11 to G17 for row in SS3, G11 to G17, what do you want? For cell in row, then your cell dot value is equal to your this formula which I have pasted. Okay, and we are good. Then you're saving this information wb dot save path for row in SS3, for cell in row, cell dot value is equal to VLOOKUP, and we are good. Let's run. Remember, we need to close this workbook. Okay, we successfully executed the code, but something is wrong here because we are getting the department for all these employee ID as administration. Nice. Let's check for 12398. This should be quality, but it's giving us the administration. So there's something which is wrong, right? So we have used the F11 as a fixed one, right? This is not getting changed. Here again F11. So this should be F12 in order to get the right result. And here F13 and so on, right? So how to fix this one? Closing this one. You can use the curly braces here and this should be able to fix your problem. Okay, so why we have used the curly braces here? You remember that for cell in row, there is the row number, right? So for each cell, if you would like to see what is the row number, you can save this information in just a check variable, and you can check it as well. Print uh, check, right? Sorry, print check. So whatever the row is passing to the check, this will come to your F curly braces here, right? So now this will move incrementally, starting from F11, then F12, and so forth till the end F17. Okay, so let's run the code again. See, first of all, it's passing the 11 to the F curly braces, then F12, then F13. So it's a list of the array, right? So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. These are the particular particular cell references which will get used in the F. So F11 till F17, and then we'll use the VLOOKUP over there. Let's perform the validation here. All right, this is already opened. Oh, oh, there's something wrong here. Okay, so we can fix this error by applying the format and then cell.row. Hopefully this should resolve the problem. Let's open the my data again. Now this time results are appearing correctly. So for 12938, that was quality. Yes, correct. So this is how we can perform the VLOOKUP using the Openpyxl. I hope you have found this video useful and informative. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for all upcoming videos notification. Thanks for watching. I wish you all the best.